Hey, what's up, guys? It's Al here, and welcome back to Scrap Mechanic. Now, today we're going to be looking at a new gear car. Now, it's been a while since I've made one, and most of the reason that is because, well, I've perfected the gear car to the extent that I can. At the moment, I'd have to say my gear car 20 or maybe my gear car 25 is the best that I can do, given what the game has currently. Until the game adds something better, really can't improve it or perfect it. And today what we're going to be looking at is pretty absurd. It works, but it's useless. It's kind of cool, but it's useless. And as you can see, the frame rate's already going to shit. That's sign one that it doesn't work very well. And pressing 1, you can turn on the engine. Now this engine is extremely powerful. And I think that's part of the reason it lags, is because I pretty much built an engine that should be able to move just about anything I need it to. Now, one of the downfalls with this is you can't turn the engine off. If you turn the engine off, it starts to glitch and spaz. And because of that, I actually have a clutch, which if I press 2, you can probably see it here. There we go. Right there, the clutch enabled. See it right behind the engine itself. It's kind of hard to get a good camera on it. If I press 2, it'll lock in, and then we start moving. Another thing I did wrong is I tried to put a reverse on it, but somehow accidentally made a second gear instead of making reverse. I made a second gear instead of reverse. Not exactly sure how that happens. Right now we're in first. We're chugging along. We hit 3. No, we hit 2. Oops, sorry. 2 is our clutch. Go ahead, get the clutch back in. Hit 3. Now we're in second gear. We'll pick up speed, and as you can see, the wheels are starting to throw dust now. And one of the big yay things about this is it does have 4 drive wheels on the back. But another downfall is because I use pistons for suspension, it doesn't let the axles move properly, and not always do you have all 4 wheels on the ground. And you would say, well, why not just use actual suspension for the suspension? In that case, the thing would be unplayable, because with this, the pistons as suspension, you at least can play it. As soon as you try and actually put suspension pieces in there, the frame rate goes to like 1 or 2, and you're not even going to be able to play it. And something else that's kind of gone wrong with this is, for some reason, first gear is very weak. The gears don't mesh properly in first gear. This is the first gear car I think I've had that has that specific issue. But second gear is more powerful. It's faster, it's more powerful, and I honestly could rip out the first gear, not even have it. Car's going to trundle along. And you may also notice that the front wheels don't have suspension either, and that's again because suspension pieces would make this unplayable. I was hoping that the rear suspension would help make up for that, but it's done nothing. So pretty much on a lot of these bumps, it'll literally just look like a plank going over them. Like I said, it's really cool, but really absurd. I could probably move like an entire house across the world with this thing, but it's really impractical for anything else. I know I mentioned it before, this doesn't have a reverse gear either, so if you get it stuck, you have to take it on a lift. So yeah, it was just more of a proof of concept to see if I could do it. I'm going to try and take it up that extremely tall hill, see if I get enough traction. And part of the reason I did this was because of the whole issue that a lot of my gear cars have, is the actual wheels will give up friction before the actual engine will give up with power. So it's less of an issue of, is it powerful enough to get up a hill? It's more of a, are your wheels going to have traction up that hill? My idea was, hey, let's add 2 more sets of drive wheels and see if that works. And apparently not really. Not really at all. Round of applause, round of applause, Axolot. And apparently there's a I was under the impression that this world was working. I wasn't aware that it was broken. So I'm sorry that I just fell through the floor. I really can't do much about it. And hopefully that we can still go up this thing? Maybe not, probably not. Oh well. Yeah, that was kind of a... I don't want to say, but yeah, that was kind of a disappointment, not being able to go up this ramp. But unfortunately, I am going to end out the episode here. It was a cool experiment. It worked out all right, but at the end, it didn't do everything it needed to do to be successful. So I'm going to end it out here. If you did enjoy this episode, please let me know. Oh, I'm doing the stream outro, not the actual outro. If you did enjoy the episode, please leave a like. If you have suggestions for future episodes, please leave them in the comments down below. Enjoy the channel, enjoy what I'm doing, please subscribe. It helps a lot. And right now, shares help the channel most. So if you do want to help the channel, please share this episode with a friend. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for sticking around. And until next time, peace.